country, pick your highlighter. A great color rush matchup tonight, and the two 7-footers jumping off, and Oregon in the yellow with the ball first.
I gotta put my sunglasses on for this one, guy.
This is great. It's what you would pick if you could choose their uniforms, and that's knocked out of bounds. 23 on the shot clock for the Ducks. Elite 8 last year for the Fighting Illini. Just 3% of that roster comes back in terms of minutes. They remake it, they refresh it, and they're back in business. Jackson Shelstad. He's played against Kylan Boswell before here when Boswell was a member of the Arizona Wildcats, as he walks it up coming off of a triple-double in his last game.
Yeah, there's probably not a more confident player on the floor right now than number 4 in orange. Triple-double against Chicago State, and has been struggling with his perimeter shot. Maybe that performance will get him going.
He's got the 7-footer on the switch, and that gets knocked away by Brandon Angel, but saved. Shot clock is low. Ivicic sees it and gets blocked out of bounds by Nate Biddle. It's a shot clock violation. All right, Casey, Illinois will win if
they shoot their average from 3, which is 33%. But here's the thing, the Illini are going to launch over 30 deep balls tonight. That's what they average. And if they hit 10 or more, I think that they'll win.
5th most threes per game in the nation. TJ Bamba, that is such a welcome sight. He has been hot and cold with his shot.
So if we were to ask Dana Altman, the head coach for Oregon, hey, pick 2 guys that you would like to get off to a good start offensively, he would have said Jackson Shelstad and TJ Bamba. And sure enough, those are the 2 first Ducks to get on the board.
Nakachonis, Tre White, and he can't hit it. Big Ten play, of course, started early in December. Each team splitting its 2 conference games. Oregon lost about a buzzer beater here at home to UCLA. Jadrian Tracy, and there's Tre White for the rebound.
Tre White, another former Pac-12 player who has played here at Matthew Knight Arena. Tre White spent his freshman year as a USC Trojan.
Nakachonis, Illinois playing just its 2nd road game of the season here tonight. Here's Shelstad.
Both these teams like to run. Illinois probably better at it than most.
Shelstad, a rhythm 3. He's really been struggling from beyond the arc this year.
Yeah, it's an understatement. 28%.
And an offensive foul called against Tre White. Keith Kimball, Michael Reed, and DJ Karstensen are referees. Oregon will win if what?
They force Nakachonis into mistakes. It's important because in Oregon's 2 biggest wins this year, they held down Alabama's Mark Sears to a 3 for 14 shooting outing, and then Texas A&M's Wade Taylor IV, he was just 4 for 16. So this Oregon Duck defense is good at corralling very talented guards.
How about the matchup? We heard Donnie in the studio a moment ago calling it the matchup of the footers. 7'1" and 7 foot Nate Biddle and Tomislav Ivicic.
Yeah, both of which can step out and shoot it.
And Ivicic can't get the bounce, and Angel the rebound.
Where would Oregon be right now without Nate Biddle healthy? He has been injury prone his entire 4 years, but so talented and long.
And he travels and turns it over. Good defense from Ivicic. Ivicic listed a sophomore. It's just his 1st year of college basketball. Played 1 year pro ball, or played pro ball abroad, and so NCAA deemed him a sophomore this season.
And if you follow college basketball religiously like you and I got, you'll know that Tomislav has a twin brother, Zvonimir, excuse me. Hard to pronounce these guys. Was at Kentucky and is now at Arkansas. They played against each other this year, Illinois and Arkansas, and it was Tomislav that got the better of his brother.
Ben Humrickhouse, it's good to see for Illinois. They want to get him going on offense.
And normally a 3-point shooter, like almost exclusively, Humrickhouse gets a 2-point.
And now a deflection. And Boswell has it knocked away. And Illinois will have it 27 on the shot clock. But that was created by the good hands of Humrickhouse.
How fast is Jackson Shellstead. He made that look really easy and routine. If I were in a Duck uniform, I'd have pushed the brakes a little bit and let Boswell lay that in. But
another freshman, Morris Johnson, just handed it back to Yakachonis. Came into the game for Ivicic as Humrickhouse misses and Biddle reaches up high. 7th in the Big Ten in rebounding, averaging over 8 per game. Biddle unattended and strokes the 3.
He was looking for a triple handoff, but his defender, Morris Johnson, the freshman, just backed up.
Ball will stay with Illinois.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Dana Allman's got to be frustrated a little bit because they're holding Illinois to 0 for 7 shooting. Illinois starters are 1 for 10 from the field, yet Oregon is down right now at home because the bench unit of Jake Davis and Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn are 5 for 6 from the field. They scored 10 of Illinois' 14 points.
Brandon Angel can't connect, and Tre White is there for the board.
Oregon trying to establish either Biddle or Brandon Angel on the post, and neither have been able to get off a clean look.
Kasparis Yakachonis has yet to score. He's taken 2 shots. Dribbling his way through and finding space, and a foul on the rebound, not on the shot. And it's this 3rd team foul against Oregon. It's on Raheem Moss, his first.
God, one of the things I'm noticing about Oregon defensively and how they're guarding Yakachonis is Yakachonis drives left 75% of his scoring drives, and they are heavily playing that left hand. They're making him go to the right. I've noticed it a couple of times now.
Tre White creates a little sliver there and knocks down the jumper.
A rare mid-range jumper for Illinois. Satino wants to launch it from 3 or get to the rim and get to the foul line. But Brad Underwood he has loosened the reins the last couple of years offensively, letting guys attack the matchup they like. Oh, we call a foul on that.
And for Yakachonis, his first, his second.
All right, so if you find that you have a mismatch, Tre White against Brandon Angel, and Brad Underwood's like, yeah, go ahead, do your thing. If they give you space, take what they give.
So Yakachonis has to sit down with 2 fouls now.
I mean, the way he's played, it could be a good thing for Illinois. He hasn't really done anything so far.
But you got to think he just takes so much attention from the defense.
That's a good point. Well, I'm not trying to say that they're better without Yakachonis. I'm just saying in this game, certainly they've been okay.
Biddle beats the shot clock.
Good shot, Nate Biddle.
Boswell getting hounded. It creates an open look. Ivicic answers.
When you have
Three of the
bigs,
game.
when you have bigs that can step out, it is so hard to guard. Now a block by Ivicic.
Boswell pushing down the bigger Angel, but can't finish.
He did everything right, and then he fell away on his finish. That was strange.
A 7-footer on Shellstead.
Tre White on Nate Biddle right here. Mismatch. Let's see if Oregon can get to it.
Tracy gets it to Biddle. Angel loves the corner 3, and he converts.
And that's a mistake by Ben Humrickhouse, forgetting who you're guarding. Brandon Angel loves that short corner there.
Humrickhouse! Oh! Whoa!
Guy, coming into this game, Ben Humrickhouse had only attempted 12 two-point shots to 67 threes.
Tre White, another beautiful finish. So you're saying it wasn't on the scouting report?
No.
The Skywalker routine.
Well, this team is confident.
TJ Bamba. That's a 2. They'll call it a 2. They'll review it during the next stoppage.
And he looks good, TJ Bamba. Could have been a travel there.
Oh, Gibbs Lawhorn won't cool off.
Yeah, Dana Altman is frustrated. I thought Tre White dragged his pivot foot, and all the Duck defenders just stopped, basically, staring at the ball. Cost him.
Gibbs Lawhorn coming off the 16 points against Chicago State. It was his best performance since the opener when he had 21. Here's Bamba drawing the foul on Morris Johnson, the first foul on him.
They complement each other well. Danny Wolf, a perimeter big. Vlad Golden, a sledgehammer, post you down low big, and the two just work really well together.
By the way, the score changed during the timeout. They reviewed the 2 that was ruled on the floor by Bamba, called it a 3. So it went from a 10-point game to a 9-point game. It does seem like sometimes you look around and you ask the question, who's the favorite to win the Big Ten? Who's the best team in this league?
Yeah.
And maybe Michigan isn't the answer as much as some people think they should be.
Michigan, UCLA has certainly, put their name in the hat. And if Illinois can come here and continue what they're doing right now to Oregon, maybe they should be considered.
Jake Davis, another basket for him, and the bench continues to shine. He's got 7. Gibbs Lawhorn has 9, so in that case, that's 16 off the bench.
Yeah, Davis and Gibbs Lawhorn, if you'd have told me that those are the guys that are leading this charge, good for them, man. College basketball never ceases to, amaze me. Surprises on every night.
Supreme Cook, and that's the first basket for Oregon's bench.
I think they stepped on the end line, inbounding the basketball, Illinois. That's why. Go get right back.
And Shellstad Travels got caught up in the air. So Illinois fumbled away the inbound, so to speak, and then Oregon gave it back, and 2 seconds came off the clock, and Illinois got it back. So Boswell hasn't scored. Hummerkaus has his 4. Yakachonis hasn't scored. Ivicic has 3. Bamba with another. He's having a good game.
Yeah, it's really important for him, too. He's only scored in double figures once in his last 5 games. He is well on that pace right now.
Davis will not stop. He's got an early 10. Oh, supreme cook from Bamba.
Bamba is slicing up Illinois' defense right now. They need to bring a second body.
Boswell swish.
3-point shooting is contagious. If you didn't know. Now once Davis starts feeling it now, Colin Boswell, that's going to be out. Jasper Yakachonis and Will Riley, who has the ball right now, and Ivicic, and none of those guys are making the impact as this young man right here.
If that went down.
Nice.
Another dunk for Cook.
I'm not sure why Morris Johnson Jr. came to double team that. That was just a bad decision. Stay at home. Don't give up easy dunks.
Boswell got help from a clear out, and the second foul on Morris Johnson.
Both of these teams have combined to just shoot 4 free throws. They've each shot just 2 free throw attempts in this one. Just fine by me. Let's just shoot a bunch of threes and dunks. What do you say?
Well, there's a lot of heavy breathing out there because of it right now. Bartholomew rarely misses that badly. He's almost a 50% three-point shooter.
Which is just your average possessions over the course of a 40-minute game. And they love this style. You can't play it unless you have multiple ball handlers and you're deep. And so far, they have shown that.
Gibbs Lawhorn. Another finish and one. He's 9 of 12 at the free throw line this year. Well, you know, we talk about this new league, 20 teams, big travel. It's going to be a taxing season, of course, the way you'd want a conference season to be. You're going to need depth. You're going to need other guys to step up and, I don't want to say carry you, but help create, as Gibbs Lawhorn in the rotation that was on the team last year.
Good point. Overwhelmed the program. Yes. He dislocated his ankle in a game in January against Arizona and missed the rest of the season. But a lot of these guys are familiar, like Bam Tracy was here last year, Nate Biddle, of course.
Hummerkaus feeling it. And Biddle the board.
Nice pass.
Tracy, and Hummerkaus knocked it away.
I think that was a missed foul call there.
Mookie Cook guarding the ball, just came in off the Oregon bench, and Boswell can't connect. Barthélemy, no. Will Riley, and the foul is on Ivicic.
Well, credit Jake Davis as the biggest part of that. Jake Davis scored 14 points total on the year coming into today. He's got 10 off the bench.
And 6 of those 14 came against Chicago State in the last game, as Evans and Biddle can't connect, and Oregon turns it over.
And what a luxury for Brad Underwood. Okay, so he's got a potential lottery pick point guard on the bench, and he's got another ball handler right now. Kylan Boswell spent 2 years at Arizona, big time college basketball player, and he's got him to lean back on.
But Boswell has become a different player this year, hasn't he?
Oh, he did. So it's important to note that Boswell right now, he's struggling with his three-point shot, but he's better at this right here, getting to the rim. And of course, he doesn't finish it as I say it, but he's been much better getting inside the lane with powerful shot attempts.
Hard drive by Bamba to create the basket for Biddle, and he's got 9 points.
Feed Biddle is as close to the basket as possible. Yes, he can hit a three. He's already hit one in this game, but he has got tremendous touch. It's his gift around the rim.
Boswell trying to get in there again, and Shellstad knocks it out.
Haven't heard much from Jackson Shellstad at all in this game.
Since he hit the opening basket of the night.
Right. A medium-range jumper off the pick and roll.
Kwame Evans. Just his 5th three of the year.
It's important for Kwame Evans Jr. to get involved here, especially offensively. His minutes and his points production are down because of Brandon Angel's arrival.
This crowd sensing an opportunity here. Oregon's...
He's wide open right there.
And a foul on Bamba. Ivicic. Knocked by Bamba, got it back. Tre White in traffic. Davis for the cleanup.
Well, 3 Oregon Ducks swarmed that basketball. Jake Davis had no one around him. Ball fell right in his lap.
Evans a 70% free throw shooter.
A season ago, he's only averaging 15 minutes a game. But you know what I really like him is to become a better defensive player. He only has 6 blocks on the season. Look at his wingspan right now. He's at the top of this 1-2-2 zone press. He lacks for nothing athletically. He could be a multi-positional defensive player, but he's got to want it. Tre White's going to test him.
Ivicic stretching the floor, and he hits another three, his 2nd of the night. Bamba, like a runaway train, and now Biddle's into double figures. Under a minute in the first.
Better not jog back on defense in this game.
And Evans gets whistled for the foul.
I hear that.
These two make the list.
Yeah, Mick Cronin and Dan Hurley. Can we add those two guys to the list?
Yeah. It's still a short list. Boswell. Deep three! Whoa!
course you wouldn't tattoo your shooting arm. Can't touch a shooting arm, you understand? So keep that clean.
There's Ben Tracy. A quick basket for Oregon. Is that the shooter's rule?
I mean, it was my rule growing up. I don't know if the Boswell household has the same, but it certainly looks like it is. That right arm is clean.
Shot clock is off. Here's Tre White. Evicic. Shelstad in time and off the mark.
Came off the bench as well, 11 points. Meanwhile, Kasparas Jakučionis, who's about to get the ball right now, has 0 in this game so far.
Sat a lot of the first half with foul trouble too, and he starts the second half with the ball. Humrickhouse, who had a 3 and a monstrous dunk, picks up where he left off.
Ball screens with Humrickhouse, you have to communicate and be exact because what he wants is pick and pop threes.
Biddle, bothered by Humrickhouse, fouled.
Mess up an easy play like that with a pick and pop shooter.
How about the pace of this first half? Does that favor Illinois? At least the first half we had. Did that favor Illinois?
Oh, you could argue, yes, they are more accustomed to playing an up-tempo style. Illinois ranks 28th in the country in tempo, but in kind of a weird stat, they only shoot 46% on the break. That's well below average in the Big Ten, but I don't think Brad Underwood minds. He doesn't mind a missed shot, right? Everybody crashed the glass.
Humrickhouse. Well, Shelstad hasn't scored. He's done a lot of other things.
Why define Jackson Shelstad's performances by how many shots went in and how many points he scored, but he's just 1 for 4 right now. I don't think they can get back in this game unless he makes his mark on that end of the floor.
Jakučionis, his first basket of the game is a fading 3, and he made it look easy.
One of the things we will talk about in the second half is Jakučionis is a better shooter off the dribble than he is off the catch, which doesn't make sense to me at all, but he's one of those rare guards.
Biddle saves that. Angel. There's lip gloss on the floor. One of the officials grabs it and tosses it back into the first row.
That was a nice save.
That was a nice save. It might be an obvious answer for you, Casey, but why is it so much harder off the dribble? Why is it so impressive, odd to you that Jakučionis is good off the dribble? Angel into Evicic. No.
Nice straight-up defense there by Evicic. Oh, okay.
Between the legs. Humrickhouse hits the 3. What an assist from Jakučionis.
Jakučionis got that salsa to his game. He's got a feel, but he's also got a flair. I like it.
A little magic from number 32. Here's Tre White. Oh, nice finish.
Looking for their first true road win of the season.
Coming in ranked 10th in the net. Oregon 11th. Good set out of the timeout by Barthélemy to Angel. Humrickhouse, another 3, another 3!
They are going to continue to run that same play over and over until Oregon can stop it.
Barthélemy still can't get anything going. He has yet to score on this his 24th birthday.
Brad Underwood loves early shots. They want to score in under 7 seconds, but if they don't, get the ball back into the hands of Jakučionis.
Boswell finishes with the left.
Or just drive from point A to point B. Dana Altman's got to be beside himself right now. Kylan Boswell just kind of a shimmy shake move, and he drives straight to the basket, undeterred.
Barthélemy, who's been one of the best shooters for Oregon this year off the bench, is having a cold night. Tre White. Evicic. And he's got 8. It's become a really balanced scoring effort for the Illini.
And why would anybody in an orange jersey settle for a contested 3? Drive the ball to the rim. Great things are happening. And if there is a closeout or help, then kick out for 3. But
how would they handle their first big road trip of the year? They've only played one road game, as you mentioned earlier. And we're getting our answer. Yakachonis. You know, one thing that Brad Underwood said, so the reason I've been surprised that he's adapted so quickly, and he did say surprised, is he is deceptively, or maybe not so deceptively, strong.
Yeah.
He said he really came in strong and ready to play.
But when they've needed Yakachonis, he has shown up. And so he sat the bench in that first half guy, and he was steaming. He's ready to play now.
The last freshman in the Big Ten to have 6 straight 20-point games was Eric Gordon.
Yeah, 2007? It's way back. Okay. Eric Gordon for Indiana.
Yep.
And Supreme Cook gets the bucket there for Oregon. He has been awesome. If all of the Ducks played as hard as Supreme Cook has played, this would be a different story.
He's got 8. 13 for Nate Biddle, the only Duck in double figures. Boswell. But Tre White tracks it down.
Nice give back.
And gets rewarded.
Oh, Kylan Boswell could have launched another 3, but it was a boomerang pass right back to Tre White, the 2 former Pac-12 players. Boswell at Arizona, Tre White from USC, playing together.
Kwame Evans, his second 3 of the night. They do feel like he's a better 3-point shooter than the percentage this year, and he has hit 2 in this game.
And you could say that about 2 Oregon Ducks, Kwame Evans and Jackson Shellstat. Neither one have found a rhythm.
Hummerkaus has a rare miss for him. Illinois started 0 of 7 from 3, Casey, and then made 11 of its next 14, which is crazy.
That's wild. On the road.
Cook, tough shot.
Really nice shot there. Man. Keep feeding him. Oh, but you mentioned that 0 for 7 start, right, Guy? Illinois still got a lead despite that because they manufactured points in the paint. They had bench production. They get on the offensive glass, so they don't always have to shoot great.
Yakachonis blocked by Raheem Moss.
Oh, that was
And
weird.
it's going to be Oregon ball.
Oh, they're going to call a tripping foul here.
You saw in paint in that replay. He did walk off for Oregon. Davis with 12 points off the bench. Can Bamba get going for the Ducks? Not here, but Cook, he's been the one doing the work, and he's got 12 points.
Yeah, between Nate Biddle's production in the first half and Supreme Cook now, it's been the Ducks front court combo has kept them in this thing, at least for now. If you can call a 16-point deficit at home in this thing, I'm not sure you can.
No, I don't think it's at least their hope, right? I mean, this was a 7-point game at halftime. It's just been a second half blitz. Ivicic. And another offensive rebound.
Wow, Kylan Boswell. Just to watch Kylan Boswell do his thing.
Another offensive board. It's what they do. Will Riley. And Shellstad skies for the rebound, and now explodes up the floor.
Is a better shooter, 3-point shooter, than his numbers have indicated, but that was a great glimpse of what he can be in the open floor.
These Ducks fans hoping for a spark. But Illinois shooting at 60% in this second half, so it starts on this end. Boswell blocked. Evans gets it to go.
Now, I've talked about Jackson Shellstad's potential, but Kwame Evans, okay. Not everybody's a one and done. Look at the defensive intensity just turn up. It's funny how that works. You see a few shots go in, and now all of a sudden you got more energy.
Deep 3. Boswell, a heartbreaker. That's his second rainmaker of the night. 12 points for Boswell. This place went from about to blow the roof off to you could hear a pin drop. And now you can hear the Illinois fans chanting defense, those that are here. Bamba, tough shot, goes down.
Really difficult shot there from Bamba. But every time Oregon has made any sort of push, Illinois has not been faced.
Heat check. Yes!
I mean, he needed this. Like individually, he needed that triple-double, and then Jackson Shostak. That's a long two. A long two, but an important couple of games here for Kylan Boswell.
Boswell traveled and turned it over.
A tough year last season. Bruce Thornton is an awesome point guard for them. Look at 3-point field goals. Started 0 for 7, the Fighting Illini, and then they've been treating this like their own personal backyard game.
Brandon Angel trying to help shoot Oregon back into it. Ivicic's 6th rebound tonight. Nakachonis has 5 points, all in the second half. Battled foul trouble in the first. Creates an open look. Humrick House is on fire. His 4th 3 of the night.
Every time that Illinois has run that pick and roll with Nakachonis, he's a really high-level passer, and they have 2 bigs that can shoot it. Ivicic and Humrick House can both step out. I don't know how you guard it except for to switch it.
Biddle tries his hand. Ivicic, to your point, has 2 threes in this game. And a foul on the floor from Jadrian Tracy, his first.
I saw that on film, watching and studying Illinois, how when Nakachonis is in the game, they run a lot more ball screens with him because of his ability to shoot it and his ability to pass it. And then when you have 2 bigs that can shoot it, one's going to dive, one's going to pop. And all 3 players can drive, pass, and shoot threes. Good luck.
Humrick House goes in on Angel and scores 18 points, a season high. Angel can't answer. And rebound number 7 for Ivicic. It almost sounds like you're describing a complete team.
Yeah, so they're young, right? It's the one thing that you would say. They're very young. And why is that important? Because today, in 2024-25 season, there aren't a lot of teams that have NCAA tournament success with young players leading them. In fact, the last time a college basketball team won a national championship with a freshman as their leading scorer or best player was 10 years ago, 2015, Jahlil Okafor and Duke. Like, it can be done, but it's rare.
You can also have a good year without winning the national title.
Correct. You can make a Final Four, right? There's plenty of teams that have done that. I understand what you're saying, yep. But I do think that Brad Underwood and what Brad Underwood has done in his years here in Champaign has been remarkable. He's awesome with shooting, with huge players at every position, 6'5" guards.
Nakachonis fouled on the pass by Evans, his 3rd.
It's a lot harder than what they made it look like.
A worthy champion. Humrick House. Oh, wow. Clean up for Tre White. He's got 12 points and a double-double for him. 10 boards for White as well.
Yeah, one of my notes when I was watching Tre White here, Jackson Shostak.
Denied by Johnson. Tracy goes flailing in and throws out of bounds. He thought he was fouled.
It's going to be somewhere around it. He is just a ball magnet.
Under 9 minutes remaining. Of course, you know, Big Ten play started, conference play started in December, we mentioned, but the West Coast schools had not played any of the other traditional, so to speak, Big Ten teams, right? All the West Coast schools have played each other. So today is the first time we get our first real look, you know, at the new Big Ten. Bamba. And it's fun. It's fun to look up and see.
Oh, it's really fun. This matchup, right? How excited we are about as Yaka Jonas just drives right down the lane again. I mean, uncontested layups. But this is fantastic, guy. I know this game isn't going like Dana Altman and the Ducks hoped it would, but Oregon and Illinois are two of the better programs that we have in college basketball. We're going to get to see UCLA and Michigan State play a couple of times like that. Sign me up for that. Yes, please. I want more.
And Indiana, right, is going to be here.
Yeah, and all these, you know, athletes have been playing in the Pac-12. They get to go to Assembly Hall in Bloomington. That's cool.
Tre White, another one. He's got 14 and 11 tonight.
Short.
Oh, another assist with a little flair from Yaka Jonas, and another basket, 16 for Tre White. Yaka Jonas has 5 rebounds and 5 assists.
When he plays. Forced him into mistakes. They just got him in foul trouble early.
Nate Biddle still sitting.
Yeah.
He's got 13 points. He played just 21 minutes in this game. You saw him there on the bench. It does not have a foul.
It is strange. Supreme Cook has been stellar in filling that void. But how about Keyshawn Bartholomew? That's his first basket of the game. He was 0 for 7 before.
Morris Johnson in on the dunking party for Illinois.
Another 5-star freshman, Morris Johnson Jr. And he has put together two. I mean, they make freshmen like that, guy. That's crazy. I mean, when I was a freshman at Stanford, I was like 6'6", 185 pounds, man. Yeah, that guy would have just snapped me in half. Kylan Boswell going downhill, and Oregon Duck defenders have been caught ball watching all evening. They can't keep the ball in front. And then when, you know, somebody gets in the lane, everybody just stares at the basketball.
Shelstad got a good look at it. He is 4 of 10 tonight from the field. A foul on Oregon. Supreme Cook's first. Brad Underwood was asked, there was some Lithuanian media at their game the other day during the holiday, and he was asked if he thinks Yaka Jonas will be ready to help the Lithuanian men's national team this summer. And he said, yeah, I think he'll be ready this summer, and he would have been ready last summer.
Yeah. I mean, well, hey, we're talking about big boy hoops now.
Right.
As much as I like Yaka Jonas, he definitely, you know, will value immensely from a year in college, being coached by Brad Underwood, who's not going to allow him to just kind of cruise on both sides of the ball. But man, he's showing something here to the folks that came to watch him.
There's Cook, who draws the foul. He's got 14. He'll go to the line and try and make it 15. I mentioned Oregon's going to host Maryland next. Illinois will be in Seattle to play Washington on Sunday. Washington, here's a score that might have surprised you today, beat Maryland in Seattle today.
Wow. Maryland was rolling. We just showed you the graphic. They ranked 14th in the net, top 15 team. And Washington has had a couple of duds. I've watched a couple of times they forgot to bring their jumper to the gym.
Jamari Phillips has come off the bench for Oregon. Here comes Bartholomew. Sasha Kobiecki makes his first appearance for Oregon as well. But this is just, again, this was a 7-point game. Boswell gets trapped, and he was trying to call a timeout. He got it.
And Ace Baldwin for Penn State. If you don't follow Big Ten basketball, you don't know who he is. He's a threat on both ends of the floor. Probably the best defensive point guard in the conference. He's awesome.
You know, did you ever finish your list of the top 5 point guard? You started it, you wrote the number 1.
Well, so Dylan Harper, freshman for Rutgers, is my number 1, but then all the guys that I just mentioned round out my top 5. So Braden Smith for Purdue, Bruce Thornton, Ohio State. Jonas definitely makes it. His numbers are off the charts good, and this Illinois team is going to be in the top 20, I think, for the rest of this season. And then Ace Baldwin for Penn State, who's, I'm not going to say carrying the Nittany Lions. That would be disrespectful, but like the reason why they're a lot better this year than people projected. Mike Rhodes is their head coach now, is his stellar play at the point guard position.
Was that list in order?
No, man, come on. Don't be trying to get me like in trouble. It is an interesting question, though, because if you ask NBA general managers or scouts, they would say Dylan Harper number 1 and Kasparas Jonas for Illinois number 2. But like Braden Smith may or may not be an NBA player, but he is a heck of a college point guard, man. I would ride with that guy. I would play with that guy and be confident that we can win games with him.
And when you look at the freshman production from Jonas over the last 16 years, here he is with the ball. Wow. There's only 2 other freshmen in power conference basketball that have put up his points, assists, and rebound averages. I mean, they were number 1 picks, D'Angelo Russell and Markelle Fultz. That's what we're talking about here. Kobzitsky in his first appearance as a Duck.
Here's an example of what we're talking about. Watch here, just the feel. Splits 2 defenders, kind of flips that ball with the touch. He can score it at a high rate. He's got deep range, pick and roll. We have seen it. He doesn't force in pick and roll, and he plays with bigs that are rolling or popping. He can hit them with, you know, hooking passes with either hand. I would still say, though, that it's why he's a consensus lottery pick probably right now. But Dylan Harper, I think, is on another level. Just, if you haven't, folks, if you're watching this game and you haven't seen Rutgers play, their team is just okay. Their record is just okay. But Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey, by the way, too, is his running mate. They're awesome. But Dylan Harper he is a top 2 pick. That's what it looks like.
Well, Rutgers and Duke, I mean, those are the only... that's going to go down? What won't? Jonas just scowled. He just sees his face. He wants style points, so that didn't have it, but it did have 3. He's got 14 all in the second half. Just to finish that thought, Casey, Duke and Rutgers are the only 2 teams in the country that get more scoring from freshmen than Illinois. And on the left, Kylan Boswell, also, as you might guess, nicknamed Bam Bam, because of the character from the Flintstones, the young, and there are his parents, always destroying stuff.
Yeah, I can see it in my mind right now. Yeah, I have followed Kylan Boswell's career since he was young. He went to Compass Prep in Chandler, Arizona, and then reclassified. Or if he's 20, he just turned it.
What a night that must have been for him. Back home, a triple-double at the end of the year on Sunday. You know, one of the questions after this game for Oregon, no doubt, will be the fact that Nate Biddle only played the first 4 minutes of the second half and then came out of the game and has not returned.
We don't know, but we don't know what's wrong with him. He's still on the bench. He looks okay, but...
Boswell, tough catch, and he comes up hobbling, and it's a 5-on-4 for Oregon as Boswell jogging a little better now, but immediately Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn came off the bench. Tre White went out, had more than half the team's points in the first half. We had 12 points, Davis did in the first half. A guy who scored 14 points all season coming into the night, guarding the ball now.
Love this matchup here.
Strength on strength on the quick substitution. Cook continues.
Hey, back to the drawing board. Sometimes, obviously, no one wants to get embarrassed at home. to them, but this was a big slice of humble pie. Defensively, Oregon was not tied together. They weren't tied together on their pick and rolls. They had a hard time guarding the pick and pop shooting that Illinois provides, and it's hard. So I didn't see this coming, is what I'm saying.
Illinois, this is their 5th ranked opponent of the year. They're going to improve to 3-2 against ranked teams. And they still have a non-conference game in Madison Square Garden at the end of February with Duke coming up.
I love that so much.
I mean, if you ask Brad Underwood how to schedule, I think his answer would be yes and more.
And the 93 Bulls, put them on our schedule too. Let's go. He's not afraid.
No, he's not.
He doesn't want to play bye games. He just wants to play ranked teams. We didn't talk really a whole lot about this young man right here, Will Riley.
That's his first basket of the game.
And also a highly ranked prospect coming out of high school, highly ranked on the radars of NBA scouts because he's 6'8" and can shoot it. But he's still, he has a lot of polishing left to do of his game.
And every night he could be.
Yep, and that's the difference, Guy, between, you know, a really like high ceiling freshman that shows potential. He's got the ball right now, and a college star. Star, you get that moniker when you're consistent. When I can count on you every night to drop in between 15 and 20 points a game. And right now, Will Riley's not there, but he certainly can get there.
Under a minute now, as A.J. Redd, who came into the game, just handled for a moment for Illinois. Riley. Maybe that'll get him going for the Huskies coming up. 16 threes for Illinois tonight. 55% from beyond the arc in this game.
Yeah, so, and that's scary. So when they do make 16, they're going to beat teams by 30.
Keaton Kuchar hit that big three the other night to get that Kylan Boswell triple-double. And now his teammate Kerry Booth are going to dribble it out. And a meeting of two of the best coaches in college basketball goes to Brad Underwood. Illinois, with its first top 10 road win in 4 years, in emphatic fashion, they hang 109 points on the 9th ranked team in the nation.